In control. Lolik is only in control. Going in one. Oh, that countdown. That was the most amazing countdown in the world. Happy face. Okay. End of the character select, we instantly see an Amumu ban out from PFF. That is to be expected. Are they going to follow up the MF ban again? I'm pretty sure they have to. There is no other ban they would want more than that MF ban. And now PFF have first pick. Again, we did see last game there was no Blitzcrank ban out, but nobody picked him either. Iris really do not care about Blitzcrank at all. Cho'Gath going to be the first ban going out now. Not banning out the Jax play, which is kind of weird. There's the Kha'Zix ban. Will they let MF slide? Maybe they're going to first pick MF just to piss off Iris. So they do have the first pick, and if they don't let that through, I'm pretty sure Iris would know they're going to pick them out. They are really thinking hard about this one, guys. Are they going to get rid of the Lulu? They do get rid of the Blitzcrank, even though neither of the teams chose it last time. Yes, Patrash, MF is amazingly good in a team fight situation, and getting a Bloodthirster and a Black Cleaver on her is ridiculous with a team fight. But as a lane opponent and as an AD, she's not as effective as say, Caitlyn or Graves or Israel. But yes, team fights, she is literally I'd say the best team fight champion. Getting out of Sona in there. They do ban out the Lulu. They do get rid of that Lulu. I thought they would. They got rid of Blitz, Lulu, and Cho'Gath. There's the Misfortune ban out. And yes, he's got apparently got one of the most highest win rates in the game at the moment. But yeah, just her synergy with her ultimate and in the team fight. If anybody is able to get anything off and you're able to protect her, which honestly is very easy. I would think if they wanted to, Passion for Fashion could let Misfortune slide and they could go for a Rengar, maybe stealth around behind the back and try and take her out. Not even picking up a Kha'Zix for themselves to do that. Wait for it. Insta-locking in is the Israel they know and love. They're making sure that Iris have nothing to play with. Iris did try to go for that Israel. They know that Iris is a team comp team in general, and they know their favorite picks and bans, so it is not going well for Iris at the moment. Iris are trying to pick out that Maokai, and Malphite is available. I feel like PFF is going to pick it up. Ooh, Lolik thinking of trying out. No, it's not going to be a Poppy. We haven't seen a Poppy in competitive play since ever. And Rubbleman picks up the Sona. They are being counter-picked. They are being counter-banned. Iris are being pummeled. Already in the Champion Select screen. Lolik does lock in as the Wukong. Very, very strong jungler and strong top laner. Strong mid, come to think of it. Strong support. Nah, it's strong everything. Definitely not a strong ADC, what are you talking about? But yeah, does lock in. Oh, he didn't actually lock in his AD, does lock in his Xin. Trying to troll me out there, what you doing, man? Does lock in as the jungle Xin. Let's see if he does wait for it to use the Audacious Charge when he jumps in and does get out a couple of hits on his Q. Iwobazo locking in, going in as that Nunu. They make a Nunu Vayne, but they're lingering on Caitlyn. Nunu Caitlyn does work very well because Caitlyn's charges stack quicker when you do get the Blood Boil on her. She gets a little bit quicker in attack speed, and they do lock in as that. She is a decent teamfight player. She does have good early burst, but I feel like her her late game with her Q, I believe it is, her Piltover Pacemaker, is a bit lacking. Shen is also available there, and it was picked up by Nankimchi. Going to be swapping out there with Nunu. What is Roguefire gonna do? The mid looks like Mex is going for that Orianna. He does look in his Jax. We're gonna see another Jax at top. And I've done Jax Shen. I've commentated Jax Shen. I have played Jax Shen. Shen really destroys Jax early game. But Jax has the easiest time mid to late game. If he can stay alive against Shen for a while, and if Shen does go out with an ult, if he does stand united into another lane, Jax has free farm at top, and it is ridiculous. I really would get that top lane again to Roguefire. Against an Olaf, I wouldn't have expected as much. Plebs thinking of picking up the Ryze in the mid lane. This is just quite a tense little moment here, as I do believe Iris have been outpicked and outcounted. There is a very good composition on the blue team, although they aren't as tanky. There is a very, very tanky composition on Iris. And there's the switch out. It is going to be Iwobizo top as Shen, and Nan Kimchi and the bot lane defending as Nunu. And yes, I main through bot. Nunu Cat is insane. It is very, very strong. Yeah. Let's see what they can pull out against this Ezreal Sona combo. They definitely have the aggression that they need. They definitely have the damage output as well for that early game. But if Sona can land her ult, and if Ezreal can land the ult, that really will pummel Caitlyn. She has to rely on her 90 caliber net. Get out of those tough positions. And both of the ADCs here going for the cleanse. They do have a very good composition. Sorry, if Orianna does get them in on that, and we do see a stun out from Jax, Lolek can challenge as well, and if he ults the enemy team outside of each other's range, they could get a couple of free kills from just one engage. That is the good thing about having a Xinyao in your team, and he should be tanking up decently. I was talking to Ian the other day, and we did sort of agree that that Nocturne as a champion sort of scales off. He's either very high damage or very high health and tankiness. He doesn't really hybrid well. And if he gets taken down, he doesn't scale well if he's taken out of the game early. I feel that is a little bit the same with Xinyao, but it does depend on what you go for, what runes and masteries, how you build. It is possible we may see out a lane swap with from Iris Victory and Zed. You're right. We do see a lot of, in competitive esports, a lot of Nunu Caitlyn going top and taking down that top turret really quickly, transitioning down a bot lane and doing the exact same. It is a good pushing technique, and it does leave you with a lot more map awareness and a lot more map control. And of course, Shen won't have much of a difficult time against Ezreal Sona. I'm pretty sure he could actually be decent taking them out. Not taking them out, taking them on. And yeah, Jax would have a tough time against a Nunu Kate combo. But if a gank comes out, Jax is strong enough to jump in there with his team, and he does have that. He does have the teleport as well, so he can be in any lane he wants to. To be honest, they may not. They may even match the lane switch and hope that that they rely on the Jax to be able to teleport down. I'm sorry, up to top from bot. If there is a lane switch, they probably would match it, I'd say. I have watched a lot of Shen games in competitive esports. They tend to split push quite a lot. But yeah, we don't actually know what these teams are going to do. I don't know. I'm just feeling quite a lot of tension between them. Over on the VGR game, it is another stomp, sitting 920. If you do want to go check that out, do so. It is VGR.Giga versus team. The name for Ian's stream hasn't changed. That's weird. It is VGR.Giga versus Sunny and Co. Oh, there we go. The stream name has changed. Just got to refresh. VG Giga versus Sunny and Co. with that stomp down the bottom. And don't be fooled, guys. Ian's stream does say it's GMT plus 12 New Zealand time, but it is daylight saving. It's GMT plus 13 with daylight saving at the moment. Oh, and here comes the game, and I didn't change the screen again. Ah, all the icons you see, because my desktop is so messy. And Arcade Sono. Why would you have any other Sono? If you see anyone on Sono in competitive esports, they've got to have Arcade. Otherwise, it's going to go nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Nemesis Jax. I am loving it. And Warlord Shen. That crazy stuff. Oh, I do love Grungy Nunu. Cookie Muncher Nunu. Right, okay, I'm just checking out what Patrash is putting in for his input into the game. For the Ryzen Ori combo, Ori does have so much range, and if she gets out of that early Chalice, I do believe she can out damage and out sustain against plebs on his Ryze. But Ryze has to get in her face if he wants to, but that makes him very, very vulnerable, and I feel like he could be open to a gank. So I don't know. Overall, I feel like the lane would be leaning towards the Orianna. And of course, she's a much more effective team fighter with her ultimate. But Plebs on Ryze is a more consistent team fighter. Let me just set up some of the icons. It is going to be, it looks like it's going to be another counter jungle coming out. Another invade going out from PFF. We did see this last game, and I'm not even in the in-game screen because I'm a horrible person. Yep, it does not look like they know about this at all. If Iris lose this game, they are knocked down into the bronze match, trying to fight for third place.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yes, they have the perfect positioning on this. I don't know what Iris are planning to do down here in this Tri-Brush. If they wanted to go down there, I would have expected them to go for a red invade, but they're not looking to do anything of the sort. That invade is working very, very well in the lines for PFF right now. Yes, Iris is invading their own jungle. I'm just kind of confused. You're definitely right, Victorious. I thought they may have gone for red, but they're not even trying for it. They're staying in their own jungle and thought they might check out the try. Their reds have already been stolen. Maybe they'll transition down, but they did not ward their own jungle. They did not ward their red buff, so they don't know. And their red buff is effectively stolen. There was no one to stop it. Shen may be able to catch this Jax. Shen does ward it, and he does catch sight of Jax this early in the game, so I have a feeling they might know what's going on. If they don't call that he saw Jax at top, then I would be surprised if Nunu didn't go to bot. I'm sorry, I would be surprised if Maokai didn't go to bot to steal the red, but it doesn't look like he... Yeah, Shen not communicating with him at all there. Maokai is going to try and go get his reds and his red. The reds might be coming back up in time, but that's just going to be a complete miss on his part. They're just, yeah, they're not actually checking at all. They are not paying attention. I am disappointed. I'm disappointed. I was very disappointed. That Jax was there. It was just like in your face. We were at your red, just by the way. And there's the early aggression from Roguefire. Interestingly enough, Iwobizo not being as aggressive against Roguefire in the early game when he needs to, because Shen does so well against Jax in the early game. Jax does not have his ult. He only has one ability to use out. He is level 2 though, so he has got the jump, and he doesn't have his empowered shot yet. So Iwobizo can land his Vorpal Blade on him and take a lot of life out from that. It does heal him when he hits targets with the Vorpal Blade on, but again, not as much aggression. And he did go for the 9 health pots build, I believe. No, he did go for the 4 health pots build. There we go, Iwobizo still... Oh, the damage is coming out in favor of Roguefire. Iwobizo just isn't fighting with him. Roguefire keeps on backing out because he knows he can't sustain against the Shen, but the Shen just keeps on running away. He's not auto-attacking with that Vorpal Blade. He's not getting the health that he needs to from his increased strike. The stun does go down on him, though. The Roguefire's Fokar's flash is now burnt. He did know someone Mikael was heading down from that bot because it did have the ward out there. And that flash now burnt in the top lane, and Jax is looking quite vulnerable. He's going to be pushing the lane quite intense. And Rise getting pushed back. Like I said in that mid lane, the mechs dealing a lot of range damage to him. He is down quite low, and he didn't opt to go for that flask. Jax going for a flask build as well, though, but all of his flasks are out. Sonomika looking, there is the dash. There is the shadow dash from Shen, and there is the dash also coming out. Sorry, the twisted advance on Maokai. But a perfectly timed jump from Jax onto his own minions. Going to save him out there. That is what I love about Jax. I'm a big fan of Jax top lane. I think he is one of the best top lanes. Even against players like Singed. Even if they get the flip off. Because he can stun them. He can jump away from them. He's got a flash available. His ult just makes him ridiculously tanky. I just love him. I think he is one of the best top laners out there. Which is obviously seeing that he's in this competition. Played twice out from Roguefire. And I'm sure he's going to dominate out. Jack's a little bit OP. But it's his mechanics. That's the thing. It's fundamentally his mechanics that make him very, very strong and not his base stats or anything. So it's very difficult to deal with him for a nerf. I'm sure Riot are looking at it. He's just got so much utility and damage on his side. The mech's getting caught out by plebs, and it does cause him to flash out, followed by a twisted advance from Summoner Mikael. Nothing gonna happen from it though. There are a lot of flashes going out right in this early game. That does suggest that something might go down a little bit later. Just in the next couple of minutes, as those flashes will be coming back up. But will it actually mean something? How is that bot lane looking down there? Caitlyn is still keeping up quite well with Israel. Israel just a little bit further ahead, but the Caitlyn combo has burnt all their health pots with Israel only burning one, and they are pushing hard at that bot lane, making themselves very vulnerable. They've only watered that tri-brush. That is sort of what you want out of a Nunu Kate bot. You want to push very hard, but they're not making the best... Sorry about that. They're not making the best use out of that bot lane. Versus the Israel Sony use that they're getting out of it. That Razor is finished on Xin Yao now. Transitioning Nunu and Kate going back to base. Gonna let that free farm for Israel down at bot for a little while, but he will have to go back to match the Vamp Scepter now coming out from Caitlyn. And Roguefire is still very confident against Iwobizo. If Iwobizo doesn't push onto Roguefire really aggressively before 6, which he has not done, as it is 6 now on Roguefire. He is sitting 6, and his ultimate is just going to start dealing too much damage. To be honest, at this point in the game, there hasn't been enough aggression out from Iwobizo. I think Roguefire has the lane. Next time he goes back, if he grabs himself... if he grabs himself up a Phage or anything like that, he gets himself some boots and tanks up with some Ninja Tabby. He's going to be fine. Knockup does land on Kleb, but it is going to be an ult down from Shen. Didn't think the kill was going to go down anyway, and the Max does manage to ult out. Lolik may be caught out there. It does a de-ignite on him. Is the twisted advance close enough to land? No, it is not. They're still going to follow it in, though. They do let it go out. No kills. There still hasn't been first blood 7 minutes into the game. Shen is back at that top lane. Roguefire being able to free farm for a little while is a little bit over him in farm. But with a Giant's Belt on Iwobizo, he should have tanked up enough to really take on Roguefire just a little bit. He is not auto-attacking him at all. Iwobizo does not turn around and take any of those auto-attacks on Roguefire. He's just not being aggressive enough. He does have a little bit of health regen though. But with that amount of health, it doesn't look like it's going to be going anywhere. You're definitely right. Shen should have died right there. But he just barely got out of range through running. Running. Orianna had her combo up and she did land it on plebs. But it wasn't enough with the Shen ult. Nankimchi going in there with a couple of Ice Blasts. They are starting to get pushed out of their lane. It is turning the tides. Wait for it doing really well in his ADC position as they do turn the tides. If PFF do walk out of this victorious, the only thing I can say to Iris is they need to work on their laning and they need to work on compositions when they get banned out of their main composition, which works so well for them no matter what composition they're put up against. It's like I'm watching two different teams, to be honest. Nick Minute, get the names wrong. No, that won't happen. Anyway, it is going to be a Catalyst to Protector soon coming out on Rise, and he has grabbed that turret of the Goddess, stacking it up nice and healthy, getting 16 right off the bat. And yes, it is the early Chalice out for Orianna. She's now got that, and she can spam out her Qs whenever she wants. Very, very effective on her at this point. Going to be a Ruby Crystal out on both Jax and Xin, as well as tanking up far more on Iwobizo. That Shen is going to go straight for. There is the teleport coming out from Roguefire. He didn't manage to land the stun. He did, but Lalawee does cleanse out of it, and that is not going to be a successful gank. It was so close to being it. Down goes a lot of burst from Wait For It, but his ult is down, and he cannot finish off Lalawee. That would have been, if his ult could have landed on that, and he did have it available, he may have been able to take out that kill. But that teleport does not go anywhere. Still, first blood has not been taken. This is a very cautious game by both sides. I feel like Iris should not be having a cautious game right now. They should be being really, really aggressive. They should be pissed at losing that first game. Yeah, first blood so close yet so far away. Blue team taking the dragon in the meantime. Considering they knew Nunu Kate were pushed out of their lane, there was no coverage of that bot lane. Blue taking that first dragon is going to go to Passion for Fashion, and they're now starting to begin nearly 2k gold ahead. They're starting to begin a gold train. Their journey to 10k has begun. BF sword picked up on Ezreal in return to the Cage's pick on Lalawee. Going straight for a last whisper, maybe. Maybe. Who's your bet on first to die? Oh, it is a very tough thing to see. I would either think Plebs or Shen, just because Shen is getting so aggressive in this top lane and he can't fight back against Roguefire. Look at that, he's just not doing anything to him. He is starting to turn around and auto attack, and would you look at that, Iwobizo does deal more damage than Roguefire on a direct confrontation because of the tankiness coming out from Iwobizo. But he's still just not fighting it. I think eventually into the late game it would go to Roguefire because of his ultimate, maybe late into the fight. But maybe, I don't know. There's the stun out from Roguefire. Iwobizo knows he needs to get out of there. And he goes for the dash, that is it. Okay, the Xin is apparently worrying Patrash just a little bit. Maybe. But we haven't seen him go in too deep. He is going for the red buff now. Would be looking to go bot after this, I would think. There's the smite. And there's a lot of ward coverage coming out from blue. They got that early Sightstone because I have no idea why. That 3 CS on Sona made the difference. But apparently they can get out of Sightstone far quicker. It was a Ruby Sightstone first out for Nankimchi. And he's going straight for a Vision Ward. He's buying out all of his wards. He doesn't even care about getting a Sightstone at the moment. That may cost him many dollars. Many gold in the middle of the game. Is Roguefire going to make too many jumps on Summoner Mikael? Probably not. Summoner Mikael does have a little bit more damage output. It would be good right now for Summoner Mikael to try and put a lot of pressure on Jax before Iwobizo gets back in. But he's not going to spend it. We may see a gank coming out from them as well, but there is sight for Jax available. So I don't think they have the chance. What is Shen even doing? Is he He's just sort of standing there. Just, yeah, okay. I'm just waiting to see what is this Shen going to be able to do. There's the ult from Nunu down upon the first blood is Caitlyn. Caitlyn going down the ADC, wait for it, picking up on that, but also a stand united from Shen coming in. Very good team play. I believe I have seen Iris before with it, but it's going to be Summoner Mikael going down at top to Roguefire. Roguefire starting to scale well in lane, but it was a kill for both top lanes. It is a very, very disjointed fight. Orianna managed to come into the bot lane as well and ult out Nankimchi, so it is a 1-for-3 exchange. Early in the game, there was a big fight going out all across the map. They were just like, okay, well, yeah, everybody gonna fight now? Okay. I bet on all their team speaks, they're like, we're fighting, we're going in, and everyone else was distracted. Shit, our lane's going down too. But, yeah. I don't know, that's what I do. That's how I play my games. But yes, that does end up with a 3-for-1 in favor of Passion for Fashion. They are still starting to scale well up against Iris. And Iris, they don't have the team comp that they're very well known for. So I'm not sure if they're able to pull this out. But again, they're not always known for their laning phase. They are known for getting together as a team and executing perfect fights. But it is good to know that if they're taking out in the lane phase, they cannot get in and do enough damage or tankiness to survive in team fights. And Iwobizo is trying to dash out of there. I think the Mix is going to be able to catch him out. Roguefire trying to get range on him, but the Max misses the Q. And Iwobizo does get taken out by the auto attack from the Mix. That was so close to being a lost out on a kill. Oh my god, the Mix just barely getting in there with that auto attack. Does pick up the kill to make it 4-1 for PFF. That is 2 kills for mid, 1 kill for top, 1 kill for the ADC on PFF. Very good split, and it is only the kill on Iwobizo right now, who is still getting pushed out via that, versus that Jax. The assist and the kill on Jax right now. Just checking out the gold farm that'll be going on there. Who is sitting at the most? Do have a lot of gold sitting on Orianna. She is going to grab blue and transition back. Maybe into mid to get a couple of more CS. Maybe waiting for that needlessly large rod. Same with Caitlyn looking to get that BF sword. Possibly going straight for an IE, but they are going to be engaged at top. Wait for it, going in there with the ult. Does miss it on Lalawi. Nearly gets it down there. The ult goes down on wait for it from Lalawi. Are they going to be able to follow this up? Summoner Mikael doesn't have much mana left, and Nankimchi popping the ult just in time, keeping him in the bush. Roguefire coming down with his teleport as well. He's not going to be able to catch Bled. That was a very, very close. One more auto attack on Roguefire would have taken it. He does jump on Nankimchi with Lolek's help. They managed to take him down for a 5-2 now in the game. 1-for-1 exchange. That was very close. I'm surprised that Iris stuck in there and kept on at it. What is going on? Why does it happen? Five for one, 1 turret down, 2 turrets down. Top is left to Shen, but he's not going to be able to get it with the Mix coming in. It is all in Passion for Fashion's favor right now. There is nothing they've got to worry about. That Shen scaling out of control, whatever. We've got a Jax, and they get a second dragon. Look at that gold gap. They just keep on waiting it. That is 6k now to the monies. To the goldsies. I've got a Magic the Gathering 20. Aww. Patrash getting on MTG. All the fun times. Yes, this is why Kate Nunu should have lane swapped. They would have been great against Jax. Did not cross their mind though, and Iris are not looking very good to go into the finals. Does look like a Rod of the Ages is focusing out from Pleb in the mid. Surprising he's not focusing on getting out, he's not focusing on getting out a Banshee's Veil to supplement for the damage coming out from Orianna. He's not focusing on getting out a Frozen Heart to supplement the damage coming out from both Jax and, from all of Jax, Lolek, Jax, Xin, and Iz. Yeah, you're definitely right. I haven't seen a Triforce Edge either, but it's not going to be a Triforce. Edge. I'm sorry, it's not going to be a Triforce on Ezreal. It will be a giant gank coming down at top. Summon Miguel and Iwobizo are going to be going down, and the mix is not even close to dead. Wow. All the jumps going down at top. That was a very good slip up there. But anyway, it's not going to be, that shed is not going to be turning into a Trinity Force. It will be going straight for that glacial, the glacial that I keep on forgetting the name of. It is going to be the Glacial Fist. I'm going to call it the Glacial Fist because that sounds awesome. But yeah, it is going to be the Frozen Fist. Fist of Freeziness. Iceborne Gauntlet, that's what it's called. I like Fist of Freeziness. Shut up. It is the Iceborne Gauntlet. Thank you, Ope Dopey. Opie Dopey. Good name though. And the Bloodthirsters are both out on the on both ADCs as well, as we did see before, with both the Ruby Sightstones available as well. So Nankimchi does pick up on that Ruby Sightstone at the end. Summoner Miguel has been found with a stun from Jax, and now a knock-up coming down from Roguefire. Doesn't actually land the knock-up, but they do get the auto-attack off from Orianna. Those auto-attacks so powerful, must have taken the auto-attack mastery. Iwobizo perfectly coming in there with an ult, does manage to dash onto Zin and pick him off with an auto. Just barely. The Brutalizer has been purchased on Xin Yao, so it does look like he's going to be getting that that Black Cleaver. What else would you be doing? He actually grabs a Sightstone as well. That is something that is good to see coming out from junglers, getting out a Sightstone for your team. Once you have 2 Sightstones, you have the entire map covered, and it's a good tactic because then you can just you can coordinate with your team before the game, saying, we want these areas covered, you take care of these 3, and I'll take care of these 3. And they literally have the entire map ready and waiting at their fingertips, and they can keep on having ordered the entirety of the game unless the enemy team goes on an anti-warding spree with an oracles, in which case they will be feeding the enemy. But still, really, really good warding coming out from Passion for Fashion. Wait for it just aren't coming through for this. They destroyed Full Hentai. I don't understand what is going on with them in this game. Why? Passion for Fashion. You're just destroying. Maybe Passion for Fashion have just gotten that good. At the Giga tournament, they were not ready to take on any opponent, especially not HTC. But Passion for Fashion now coming in strong for the Modestly Awesome tournament. They've been practicing, they've been ready. And Iwobizo still getting caught out at the top turret. There is no turret for him to go back to. He was pushed far up in the lane. They are making so many slip-ups now. And, yeah. Shin Stan United just came back up right now. So we could have used that for the escape. Maybe that's what he was focusing on for getting away in that top lane. But the bot lane is getting invaded by Pleasant Nankimchi. It's not going to work for them at all because Roguefire does teleport onto that turret. Nankimchi is probably going to go down to a jump. There it is. His ult didn't channel for long enough at all. They are just being rolled everywhere. It is a stomp, guys. This is very, very unexpected. Iris getting taken out from PFF. And PFF doing very, very well, deserving this win so badly. Again, Iris, I just think they need to work on their laning phase, and their team play comes in, and they're very, very strong. But they keep losing those laning phases, and their team fights, while they're well coordinated, don't do anything to the enemy team. Like, oh, you stunned me? Oh, okay, well, you can't do any damage. You want to touch me? Want to play? Sort of hit me? No? Okay. Die then. Okay. But yeah, it is going to be a Sunfire coming out from Maokai as well. It is a lot of tankiness coming out from Iris. I believe we did see them do this in the FHT game as well. They're very good at tanking up. I would expect to see a couple of Guardian Angels on them. If they want to survive through this game, they need more Warmogs and more Guardian Angels. That is all they need, and it does look like a Warmog has been started on Iwobizo. He's got the Giant's Belt, he's got the Ruby Crystal. Remember, guys, Warmogs never stacks anymore. It is straight on to 1k health, I believe it is, and just a massive amount of health regen. It synergizes a lot better now for characters like Volibear. It's a lot better for them. But it is really, really good. And it synergizes now with that regen. It synergizes a lot better with Spirit Visage as well. And yes, sadly, High Tech are not in this tournament. High Tech, I do expect you in the coming tournaments, as I'm going to personally contact you and tell you about them, because you guys are an amazing team, and I want to see you rise to glory into the Pro New Zealand esports circuit. So I'm going to contact you hopefully after this game. Do remind me if I don't, because I want to get you guys in on all of these tournaments and see a lot more play from you guys. You guys were really good fun to shoutcast as well. You were really good fun. 11-3 as it still stands. No turrets have been taken by Iris. Only 3 kills on their side as well, and it is a 10k gold advantage to PFF. Past that, with that 10k gold advantage, I don't know what they're going to do to verse it. It is a very, very scary thing for your enemies to be up 10k in gold. Attack by Iwobizo. And Lala, we're being caught out completely. Going up for the flash and the protect from Iwobizo. Iwobizo getting very, very tanky. But is it going to be enough to save his team? Now he can probably confidently shadow dash onto the entirety of PFF and not be too worried about damage. But the rest of his team is still very, very vulnerable. They don't have as many teamfight mechanics, which is what they rely on in the late game. They are a good teamfight team, but against a Sona and an Orianna. And come to think of it, Lolik on Xin does have a decent amount of AoE with his ult. Not to mention Israel coming in with the True Shot Barrage. That is theirs. That is where it is going. Game number 1, of course, taken away by PFF. If Iris loses this, it is going to be a 2-4-0 stomp by PFF. And that is just so weird. Iris, I don't know. I'm so confused. Why is Iris doing this to me? PFF is, I don't know, like, Iris came second and only to full hentai, and they went and destroyed them, and now PFF has taken them out. This is just so weird. New Zealand League of Legends esports is actually changing from 2013 to 2013, from 2012 to 2013. I'm loving this. Esports is actually evolving. Teams are actually improving and showing they can turn around and stop other enemies that have shown to be so strong in tournaments before. Iris need an FH, yeah. They pretty much do. I'm expecting big things from FH as well, but FH are looking to break up because Wongza and I believe one other of them, they are moving over to Auckland, so they'll have to find a new land team. But that is what is happening here. Is the stomp actually going to take place? I think if PFF start taking a Baron, then they take too much damage from it. There is no sight from it for Iris. They will be putting that sight out now. And it's not going to be the start of a Baron. PFF do have sight of it themselves. Nan Kimchi doing what he needs to do with an Oracle's Elixir. Double the Ruby Sightstone sitting on PFF. And that's going to be a feeding frenzy for Summoner Mikael. Oh, he's just going to get all the stuff that he wants to. And hello, Happy Camper NZ. Welcome back to the stream. They're going in for a mid-engage now. Iwobizo is just so ridiculously tanky in the means of health, and he doesn't actually have that much a magic resist. So coming in with Orianna may get taken out in a team fight. He cannot withstand poking at her, if you know what I mean. But yes, that Spirit Stone still sitting on Maokai, not being able to finish that off. He's had quite a slow match today. He's only had 2 assists versus the 2 kills and 4 assists sitting on Xin, who has picked up a Wits End as well. Gonna be sustaining a lot against the damage coming out from Iris, because basically all of that damage is AP. The Maokai damage comes out with AP. Plebs on his Rise comes out with AP, and there's a little bit of AP on Nan Kimchi. Of course, they're not the main APs, but that is still good enough to go for with the Brutalizer as well. Hasn't finished off the Wriggles because they don't need the sight at all. Who needs the sight on that Wriggles? 11-3, still as it stands. These kills are not coming out. Iris is really, really careful. Is the Ruby Sightstone still going to be enough to feed someone to Mikael, seeing as he did lose the Oracle's Elixir? That timer is just too OP. Maybe they are looking to bait this Baron. Do they actually have sight of it? I don't believe Iris have sight of this. But it looks like PFF, they're not. They're going to go for it. They do have sight available. They didn't put anything from a Sightstone down in that bush, which I am surprised of. They may be doing it now. They do put it out. One from Lolik. and another from Rubbleman. They've got, look at that, double sight. That's just so good, double sight. Anyway, that Baron is going to go down to PFF. Now they've got the Baron. They've got the massive, I believe that's 12k gold lead now. That is a, no, 13k gold lead. Oh my god. They've got the Baron, 13k gold lead, all the turrets of the game that have been taken. Nankimchi, while he may be feeding on these, that is like all the farm they can get at the moment. Poor old Nankimchi and Summoner Mikael getting oracles purely to farm, because that is the only farm they have. Their entire jungle has been taken away from them. Even though it does come back up every now and then, PFF have this game. There is literally nothing else that Iris can do. If they had 5 turrets in the exact same position and they were able to get a good ult off from Nankimchi maybe, and from Iwobizo dashing onto the entirety of the enemy team. Otherwise, apart from that, I don't see them happening. If they can't keep it around 2 or 3 turrets at a time, the blue is going to be picked up by plebs. There is sight on that from them. And it is a focus on the red. Lolek trying to go against Iwobizo. Iwobizo has tanked up significantly, and he will be able to 1v1 a lot of PFF's champions in the game. There is just so much counter warding going down. If this was the world champs, people would be going nuts. Too many wards. All the wards disappear, Bubbles. But it is 2 Guardian Angels on PFF. And I've told Iris this. Come on, guys. Where are your Guardian Angels? You only have 1 Warmogs and no Guardian Angels. That does not spell a winning team for me. Where is it going? And the stun, the flash is forced out by Roguefire. Look at Iwobizo. He can force Roguefire out. Roguefire knows he can't 1v1 him. But, yeah. It's a little bit difficult to go out on that. It is just a complete cat and mouse going out here, guys, as PFF moves in to finish off Iris for the semi-finals. Guys, this is it. VGR is in the finals, and Sunny & Co. is in the bronze match. After this match, we will be moving on to the bronze match, so I will keep you posted on when that happens. It'll probably be happening right after. We may go for a little bit of a lunch break, but I will keep you updated on that. Right after this hits bronze match, and then we go into the finals. Both the bronze match and the finals are a best of 3, and this is an online tournament lockdown for the win. This is online and it is free. That is why it is so bad you missed down on it. Down goes the ult from Sono. Was well placed, and so was it from Rubbleman. But the overall is heading towards PFF. That was very, very close on Iwobizo. Good that he turned back there to pop that Guardian Angel and escape from Jax. Did take a little bit of damage, but Lala, we're looking to see if we can try and take out Roguefire. I think Roguefire's going to go for the jump. He does manage it, but the Terror's on him, and Iwobizo is available here. Wow. Apparently that didn't hit. That was, honestly, that looked right on top of him. I don't know what happened there. And it is PFF at the turrets, nearly at the Nexus. This is the semi-finals. Guys, if PFF wins this one game, they've already got 1 win under their belt in this best of 3. They do this, that is it. That is in game. They have taken away this series, moving into the finals with Iris in the Bronze League. Everyone thought it was going to be Iris moving into the finals. They were so strong. They took out Full Hentai. I know I keep saying that, but it is just so surprising to see this happen. They are really fighting for this win. They're not even surrendering here. They know that after this game, that is it for them. Yes, I am casting the bronze match before the final. Me and Ian are both dual casting the bronze match and the final together. Right after this match is going to be the bronze match, and then we'll move on to the finals match. All of these are best of 3 today. Stay tuned on twitch.tv/NoePadre. You can go on I'm Seaton as well, as we will be casting the exact same matches, and you can watch it from either of our perspectives if you want to. The ult going down from Orianna onto Xin, apparently. She wants to ult her own teammate, and it didn't catch anyone. Good job. I'm thinking that they will be able to push them out here, as they do get Lolek down, and they already... Oh, it is actually tricky from Israel. He's going down bot, and he's able to pick up the turret. Israel and Roguefire does speed up Roguefire just that little bit with his W. The chase is on. I think Iwobizo will be able to grab one of them. There's the twisted advance from Summoner Mikael. They do pick up the kill. They have pushed Passion for Fashion out of their base, but that is not enough. They're now dealing with they're now dealing with super minions. They're now dealing with pushed lanes. They have no map control. They have no sight. The dragon is going again to Passion for Fashion, and that is going to be it. They'll be able to get more Warmogs and more Guardian Angels. That's the end. That's a little bit. If they win, if they win, if they win, a little bit, just maybe. Is there going to be in a game number 3? Is it going to happen? I would laugh so hard if Iris was able to come back from this. If that happened, they honestly just deserve to be the chaps in LoL NZ. In esports here. That's just an impossible, insurmountable odd happening on there. But again, guys, this is the Modestly Awesome Tournament. It is run primarily, it is sponsored by Giga and by LOLNewZealand.com, and it is run primarily by OceanicGaming.net, the new gaming website following esports in New Zealand across many different games. But they're starting it out very strong with League of Legends. 34 minutes, Nunu gets Aegis. I knew that. They waited for that last game as well. Iris didn't get the Aegis at all last game, and I was waiting for it. It was a very quick Runit Bulwark out for PFF last game, but they haven't even got the Aegis out for themselves. So I'm still waiting on that to come. These are very weird matches. Maybe Iris are just sleepy, but their play has entirely changed from yesterday. I don't know what to say about it, guys. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a morning person either. This here right now, this is me on crack. This is me on coffee and Red Bull. I actually don't have coffee and Red Bull. I'm actually still quite tired. I'm running out of energy quickly. Somebody bring me some coffee and Red Bull now. I've also taken out that super minion. That was pretty strong. They're looking pretty strong taking out super minions. They've got their team play going on the super minions. I think they're okay. And yeah, it's 2 p.m. Oh no! But I did wake up. I woke up. It's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. That's my wake up time. I go to sleep at 4 p.m. while I'm trying to prepare tournaments and shoutcasting for other matches. I'm talking to ESL in Australia. I'm talking to a whole lot of my American friends to try and get esports in New Zealand rolling overseas as well. I run a very global life. I don't travel, but I talk to a lot of them. And there is the rest of Iris going down. Passion for Fashion, completely storming through all of these guys. New Zealand esports, as you see it, Passion for Fashion, they were taken out completely in the Giga tournament, and there's the surrender going out for Iris. There you have it, guys. Would you look at that? Passion for Fashion are in the